Welcome to the Relatively Friends podcast with Robbie, Kevin, and Joe. It's a fantastic Sunday morning, starting a little late today. We kind of suck at, computer updates and all that other nonsense. How are you guys today?
It's Sunday. I had a 3-day weekend. Happy about that.
What's a 3-day weekend?
You have a 3-day weekend all the time. I think I'm the only one in this room that doesn't get a 3-day weekend all the time.
Yeah.
I don't get to work 4/10s.
Yeah.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah, I hate the game. Then you should switch to the
No,
410.
I don't know what I would do with myself with a 3-day weekend all the time. I was bored as shit by yesterday.
Yeah. I get that. So a 3-day weekend for me is like a 4-day weekend. It has to be a 4-day weekend. Even that's like being off for a week essentially. So it's like by the time second day, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go back to work.
Yeah, because if you don't have the money to burn, then you go spend money that you don't have because there's nothing else really to do besides sit at the house, which gets really boring really quick.
Yeah, especially now because everything's super expensive. So it's like a pain in the ass to do anything. I was going to actually like every restaurant I go to, like fast food place or whatever, just to like grab a snack. Sometimes it seems like there's never anybody there now. It's like people are like not taking the time to go out and eat, and the grocery stores seem a little bit fuller. Maybe I'm just imagining things.
No, Smith's is packed all the time.
Yeah, I think people are like getting more food to cook at home or something.
Which still isn't cheap at the moment.
I know groceries are super expensive. It looks like $600 to feed like a month to feed like 2.5 people.
Speaking of restaurants, have you been to that Flowing Tide yet?
No, where's that?
Right there at Gallery in Gibson.
Yeah, I haven't been to it yet.
Their breakfast is freaking really good. You like breakfast food? Go get their breakfast food. Their Eggs Benedict is freaking amazing.
Do they charge per egg?
No. Thank God.
Where did I go?
$35.
Where did I go? I went to Eggworks and
They're expensive as it is, though.
they've always been expensive, but their food is really good. Their portions are really big. You always take something home. So you're buying like 1.5 portions, only like 1.75 portions, unless you're fat.
Or you eat like I do.
I'm kidding, you're not fat. Yeah, it's like 1.75 portions. You're not fat either. You eat like a fat person, though.
Yes. Like
Should I be saying fat? Is that politically correct?
Who gives a fuck? Say it. I call him a fatty.
The chunkers? I'll call you chunky.
Fat fuck.
I think that's worse.
Who knows, man? People are stupid. It doesn't matter. I'm chubby too,
If
so
it bothers you, lose weight.
if you can.
I am a firm believer in fat shaming.
Yeah?
I fat shame the hell out of people. You know what? I'm tired of this. Well, you can't call them fat. It hurts their feelings. Good. Fuck them. Maybe they'll lose weight.
They won't.
Nope.
Nope. Well, then
No,
fine. Fuck them.
as soon
They're
as you-
just going to be called fat.
As soon as you shame them, they feel bad and they go right to the McDonald's drive-thru.
That's their problem then. I'm trying to help. Obviously, coddling them doesn't help. If you say,
their
"Oh,
coping
you're not
mechanism
fat,"
is
you're not fat. Then they say, "Yeah, I'm not fat. Maybe I can eat more."
Good thing we don't have any sponsors because they'd be pulling their sponsorship.
Yeah. We'll never get there anyway.
No, we definitely won't. We'll have 1,000 episodes though. This will be the first podcast or show to have 1,000 episodes and 0 sponsors. Actually,
In 4 views, think we'll get in like the Guinness Book of Records for that?
Yeah, I think all our shows together, we still haven't even made the Century Club yet.
for what? Like views?
Yeah.
Oh no, we have 1,000. Well,
No.
we have a. If you take, I have 200 views on my one video, so. No, I'm kidding.
Well, some of the TikTok ones I did hit over 1,000.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I've never even seen I've never logged into the TikTok thing. That's all you, buddy. If they've hit over 1,000, good kudos.
Yeah, but for some reason they don't want to go to the YouTube and watch the whole thing.
That's fine.
They don't mind the shorts, but
I gotta make some more shorts. I guess I should get back on that shorts thing, and
put them on TikTok. You get so many more
Nope.
views.
I will put them where they are, and you will transfer them to wherever you need to. I will give you the originals.
Do that.
I am strictly YouTube. You deal with everything else. Because I don't have. I'm not. No.
Got to draw the line somewhere.
I'm drawing a line there.
Yeah.
I will do all the YouTube stuff. But
I feel you, Robbie. I mean, there's so many fucking Message me on here. I don't have one of those. What about this? I don't have that either. Hey, do you use this? No, I don't. It's you can't talk to nobody no more because
Yeah,
everybody's
that's
got
true.
something different to talk to. It's like, well, can you just text me? Whatever happened to just a good old fashioned text?
They don't want to give out their number.
Well, then you're not going to talk to me then.
I'm about to say you're not my friend if I don't have your number. Then why are you trying to talk to me? I mean, I get it. Like, I don't know.
What? Because they like use the WhatsApp. What's the other one?
I don't even know what that is. All I know is I've heard of people talking via Instagram.
Yep, that's one.
Is that in the comments or something?
Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have an Instagram account.
Yep.
Instagram's for like pictures.
Okay.
Um,
Then there's
it was Instagram,
doesn't Facebook have a messenger or something
Facebook
like that?
Messenger, yeah. TikTok. You can chat on TikTok, right? I don't know.
I have no idea.
No, it's
No,
just video
okay.
watching.
I guess WhatsApp,
Twitter.
Twitter. You can DM people on Twitter.
Yep.
So
Yeah, just
Telegram, I think, is another one. Instead of texting, they have all these apps that you just text through. I'm like, dude, it's just texting. Just text through the regular phone while using an app. The difference is you don't have to give out your number. You get like a special number that goes specifically for that app. So if you don't want to give someone your number, you give them your.
doesn't Google have
Telegram.
that where you can get like a Google phone number?
yeah, I've
Yeah.
had a Google phone number for like 10 years. And that's what I've given to anything or anybody I haven't wanted to give my number out to. I'm like, yeah, here's my Google number. And every 6 months, they're like, hey, we have a limited number of Google numbers. If you don't use it in 30 days, we're going to dis. And I'm like, text myself. I'm like, refresh text. And then it just refreshes for 6 months. Or is it a year? I think it's 6 months or a year. I don't remember. I just know I get it every now and then. I get that email and I'm like, oh, let me refresh this. I've had the same number forever. It's a 775 number, something. Actually, no, it's a 702 number, I think. That's probably why they keep wanting it back.
Fuck them. Hoard it. Hoard that number.
so the 70 so we don't have 702 is the number here. Was the like original number for the state, and now we've run out of those numbers, so it's 775. is the
Isn't it
new
mostly
number.
Reno?
No, we get some.
No,
down
it's
here.
all the
Some here.
same. We definitely have it here, but like that's the new number. Kind of like my first number from Jersey, that area code, everything was 732. Like everything was 732. Then they released the 908 for that area. And then I got one of those numbers. I got a 908 number. Very low 908 number. Like super low. I will say under the first 50, which is awesome. Like my whole family has the same like block of numbers. It's pretty cool.
Cell number or home numbers.
Cell number.
It's weird because Massachusetts, like your home landline numbers were 781, but if you got a cell phone, it was 339.
That's pretty smart to separate it, so you always know it's a cell phone. Back then, it was a lot different. There was pay per call on cell phones. You couldn't call long distance.
After 9, it was free.
Yeah, after 9, it was free. All these rules, regulations, and bullshit.
Remember those commercials? 1-800-COLLECT? People busting their balls to save 9 cents on a long distance phone call. Do you not remember those commercials?
Yeah, I remember
I
those.
do remember them.
Yeah.
1-800-COLLECT. Yeah.
You were supposed to use that number to make collect calls so that way your family wasn't all pissed off at you.
How did they bill you?
I have no idea. I never used it. I don't.
Went to your home line. It's funny because if you picked it up and you were the one receiving it, it's like you have a collect call from.
And then
such
you would just
such.
hang that bitch up like, I don't want to pay for this shit.
Do you accept the charges? And you're like, fuck no. Click.
Yeah. Did you ever get the ones where you have a call coming from something correction center, and you're like, yeah, no, no bail money for you.
I got a couple of those. yeah.
Remember when like calling to another town cost money?
On a landline, yeah.
Yeah, on a landline, like it was like, oh, it'll be like half a cent a freaking minute or something like that. That was
That was Bell Atlantic too. That's what we had back.
that was like mid '90s. That kind of ended. I feel like. I mean, we could look into it, but I don't. Probably like mid '90s, maybe.
Maybe.
Cell phones started really hitting late 90s. You can get a cell phone.
When they became more, I remember people having them in the mid 90s. It just wasn't a lot of people.
No.
It was 2 or 3 people that I knew of. and then it was 99. I mean, I still had my pager up till like 2001.
Yeah, I had mine up till like I think like 95.
Yeah, and
Good
I had,
pager?
yeah, I had a pager and then I got a cell phone, so I had both at the same time. And then I just let the pager I never renewed it.
I've never had a pager.
You never did?
Straight to cell phone.
The pages didn't last long.
A couple years.
Yeah, they did. Weren't they
Well,
like?
they were big.
late
They've been around
80s
from the
to-
late 70s. It's just they weren't as
Doctors
accessible.
had 'em.
Yeah, doctors and shit like that had them, but they weren't as accessible to like
Public people.
everyday people like you and me until the mid 90s, early 90s.
Let's see, I think I got mine in like 91.
Yeah, mine. I think I was still in high school.
I had the blue one that you could change the other shell on a couple times. If you want to change the color, I think I went from
Yeah.
blue, yellow, and orange.
Yeah, I was about to say pagers were around in the 80s.
Yeah, that was kind of.
That was the big brick ones
Yeah.
though in the 80s.
Yeah.
Then you get the one that had the front screen, it had the buttons.
Could you
that
imagine?
guy,
Which one? That
that
one?
one, the one right, no, down, that one.
Yeah, I never had anything like that.
No, you didn't have that one. I
Not
had,
that one.
You know who had pagers? Drug dealers.
Yeah, they also have cell phones. They're called burners.
yep.
Yeah,
You have a
that's
cell phone too, Robbie.
yeah with the same number and for 25 years. Wait, 27 years.
Oh my God!
Holy shit, that's a long time to have.
Give you a round of applause.
You know, I wish I had the longest number for one of those. I think the lady is like 37 years. She's had a Verizon phone number, so I think that's pretty crazy though to
Have a cell phone number that long.
be with a company and have the same number for that long. Okay, so pagers.
My dad
I should
still
get
had-
one just for shits and giggles and just
I
wear
think
it.
I still have my old pager somewhere.
Can you even get those things connected anymore?
Probably.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, remember what was the one with the walkie-talkie?
Nextel.
Nextel. Remember that? I did have one of those for my old when I had a job like in the early 2000s, we had the Nextel. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
I had one when we worked in the
No clue
mechanic
how that
shop.
worked. Yeah, and that was like free to free, which was pretty crazy.
Those phones are great. You couldn't break those things if you tried.
Yeah, they were little bricks. They were meant for like oil field workers and shit. Like that's the type of stuff that those type of phones were made for. So you could find the guy when he fell down the well, be like, "Where are you? I'm in the well."
He's dead, but the phone lives on.
Oh yeah, pagers. Okay, so I don't even know what we're talking about. Let's get into today's show.
We're already in it. Let's.
yeah.
I mean,
Are we?
yes.
Yes.
I don't think we are.
Oh my God.
All right, fine, we're in it.
We're in it. We've been yapping. What do you? I mean,
We usually start out with some bullshit, and then I say, "Let's get into today's show." Are we just getting rid of that part of it?
we've been just move right into it. Just
Okay, so I should.
flow. Just flow.
Okay, well then we'll have
Natural.
to redo the way this works. Then I'll have to give all the information up front, and then we can yap along later. Instead of
It's not like you segment these. It's not like they're chaptered.
on the show.
Yeah.
Ooh, that requires like 25 more clicks.
Yeah.
25.
The segment of yeah.
Yeah, you got to have time codes. You
Yeah,
got to know
that's
what
a
time
pain in the ass.
codes. So here's how this works. I edit, I listen, watch, edit. Then when I'm done editing, I don't go back. I just export the whole video and put it online. So if there's errors or anything,
Oh well.
it is what it is. I didn't catch
well.
it in my first listen through, so that's the best way to do it. Shows true professional talent. So good, I only got to do it once.
I mean, you could do it 3 or 4 times, but you're only going to do it once.
The problem is, it takes it.
I know it takes forever. You don't have to tell me.
I wish I was a way to listen to the episode without
Sitting there watching it.
without actually listening to the episode. Especially now that there's 3 angles, it's like I have to like switch it manually. I think there's a way that it'll do it per voice, but then when you're all talking at once, you gotta manually switch it anyway, so it doesn't help.
No AI program out there that you could use.
There actually is. Since we use OBS for recording everything, there's a program, well, a macro or whatever they're called for OBS. I forget what they're called, but you can input it, and anytime someone talks, it connects to your mic. So anytime someone talks, it will switch cameras to that mic. So it could automatically do it all here, but it would probably be wrong.
Probably.
So, is what it is. Probably be wrong.
Oh well.
Oh well. Enough about our woes. Still not paying anyone to do it though.
Nope.
Not in the budget.
We have to have a budget.
Yeah.
Which means we have to bring money in.
I mean,
We'll get there.
we have incomes, so
Yeah, we have incomes. That funds our home. I would say Joe funds a lot of this because
Wait, what?
you said we have incomes. Yeah, and it pays for my shit.
Joe's contribution
Is the house.
The house.
is power and a room, which isn't in use right now. So we can say we're not taking away from the room.
I hate when people say that. People are like, you got an extra room? I was like, no, I don't. I have a room that's literally empty, but it's not extra. It's there. It's mine. Don't be asking for it. Joe could have said exactly the same thing. He'd be like, yeah, I got an empty room, and it's going to stay that way.
That's fine. He could have said
I
that.
could have used this as storage because we don't have attics or basements here to store things.
Well,
We have attics. They suck.
we do have basements though, but to dig a basement's $500,000.
Yeah. And that's if they don't hit Caliche. They hit Caliche.
No,
like
that's if they
$1 million.
hit. That's if they hit Caliche. It's $250,000. But from what I was told, when I asked the guy, he's like, "It's pretty much $500,000 because we always hit Caliche." And I'm like,
Well, they charge you $100 an hour for Caliche breakout.
"Well, yeah, they got to get the thing, and then it's a dude just in there, ding, 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 ding."
For days.
For days.
Doing that. Just,
Yeah, because they could blast it, but then everyone around them's like, "No, we don't want to blast." So then they get the guy, ding, 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 ding.
To blast, they'd have to get blast sheets to put on everybody's windows and cover up everybody's homes. So that would be such a mess.
It'd be a lot quicker. You crack the rock and then just go about your merry way. But it is what it is. So had a thought. No, this isn't really a thought. But so back in Thanksgiving, I was with my brothers. I told you, we had a big Thanksgiving, whatever. But we had a discussion, an argument, whatever you want to call it. It was about the greatest artist. So he was like, Biggie Smalls was the best rapper alive. Tupac wasn't that great. Biggie was the best, this, that, the other thing. And then I'm sitting there like, okay, I get it. And then I said, well, and then my other brother said, oh, no, Tupac was, because he was more in the West Coast. He's like, oh, Tupac was the best. And then they start arguing. And I'm like, well, Jay-Z was better for me than all those fools. So, I mean, what is your measurement on who's the greatest? And when you think of the argument of who's the greatest, it's more
subjective than
it's
objective.
subjective, and it's to the person. There's no real way to say. There's no measurement. The only real measurement.
You would have to have like a set defined parameter, like set metrics to say, did they do 1, 2, and 3? If they accomplished 1, 2, and 3, whatever those are,
Yeah.
then you could maybe get something objectively, but even then, people's personal opinions will go in there.
Yeah, and I tried
It's
to
like-
explain that to them, and they were like, "No, you're an idiot." I'm
It's
like,
all subjective.
It's
It's,
all
all
sub-
like you can. I mean, if you like Jay-Z, you like Jay-Z, and you'll
Well-
think he's the best. Like that. I mean, that's fine. That's
Yeah, and my argument was, it could literally be any musician because there's no true metric. And I said, well, and then we had the whole argument that I was like, okay, well, if there's a metric, then we have to go by like record sales, and
That
then
could be one
then
of
it's
them.
then it doesn't even matter anymore because then it's wrong anyway because where do you do the cutoff? Is it 2000s up to 2000s, then 2000 to like 2005? Because then do we cut it off at the digital age? Well, then where's the digital age?
Well, is it pure record sales as in number of albums, or is it money gained off of those albums? Because then you'd have to factor in inflation because the albums that Tupac sold back in the 90s would have to be inflated for anything Jay-Z sold from like 2017.
Yeah. And
So it's like, and just because album sales are high doesn't necessarily mean high popularity. Because remember, Apple put YouTube's album on everybody's phone.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they counted that as albums sold. No, it's not. Don't fucking do
Yeah,
that.
that's the other thing. Like, you can't count albums sold because, well, then most people don't sell albums now. They just sell the record, and they don't even sell the record because everything goes on streaming, and then they just get like listens. So are we counting listens as record sales? Like, there's really no true metric. And then when you say who's the greatest, like you can't. There could always be that one guy who's had like the most amazing songs. Because I think his argument was his music, like Biggie's and Tupac's music. He's like, yeah, their music really touched and brought light to the ghetto at the time. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, so all the rappers that were around in that time, not one of them made music about that stuff.
So Nas did none of that. Yeah,
Ice Cube,
Yeah, they all made music.
Eazy-E,
Dr. Dre,
like, none of them talked about the ghetto. None of them talked about
Like-
what it was like in South Central Los Angeles.
That's why.
It's like everybody did. Yeah, I mean, again, it's purely subjective. You can say, oh yeah, well, Tupac did that, and so did Ice Cube.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So did Eazy-E.
So did Nas.
So did Mac 10.
yeah.
They all. I mean,
Everyone's done something. Everyone has their own spin on something. Everything's been done beforehand to bring light
I
to.
personally think Ice Cube is better. I like his catalog of music more than I do like Tupac's.
Yeah. 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 I mean, that's how you feel. I
Yeah.
like Jay-Z's better.
Nothing wrong with that.
You like I don't know, Ja Rule. Fuck if I know.
No. Not a Ja Rule fan.
He sounds constipated.
He was. I felt like he was always emulating DMX.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
A little
Yeah,
bit.
that
He was trying to
DMX
gain
sound.
that. Yeah, and DMX was. I thought he
DMX,
like. There's a
yeah.
lot of people who are really good, but like the main takeaway, it's like the argument of who's the greatest of anything, even like rock, this, that, like all the genres. It's like there can never really be a true greatest argument because everyone's different. If we were all like ants or something, then sure you could probably.
The only thing you could really do on kind of more of an objective level is who were the founders of certain types of music. You'd have the big four. You know what I'm saying? Like, who would be the big four of West Coast hip hop? Who would be the big four of East Coast hip hop?
Well, then how far do you go back?
You go back as far back as you can. Who were the big four? Like that would be probably where you could start making objective.
Who started it?
Who were the big, like, not necessarily who started, who were the big four? I mean, Blink 182 didn't start pop punk, but
No.
they are one of the big four. They are the big four. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So
You'd have to go with NWA on that one.
if
For
you
one of them.
if you Google it, they say DJ Kool Herc,
Grandmaster Flash.
Grandmaster Flash, the Sugar Hill Gang,
Sugar Hill Gang, yeah.
and I have no clue who Africa Bambasta is. I've never
Sugar
heard
Hill
of that
Gang.
person.
You're going back to like the 70s.
Well, yeah, I said who are the grandfathers of hip hop because I'm like, okay, who would be the big?
Well, that's,
and it only
that's
gave
the
us four.
founding fathers, but who are the big four?
Well, see, there you go. Who-
See, they wouldn't be the big four because they weren't. They may have been the founding fathers. They built the footprint, but they're not the ones synonymous with hip hop. So you would have to look at the big four. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Blink 182 didn't start pop punk. They're just one of the big four. When you think of pop punk, you think Blink 182, You think Green Day. You think those guys. You don't think of all the other smaller bands. Even though there was bands before them that did it before them, they're the big four.
They're not the ones that mainstream did. The smaller bands before. Blink
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Green Day.
Yeah, but then that would
Green
just
Day
make them
Green Day
the
goes
four
back to
most
the 80s.
popular at the height of that music genre.
what the big four would be is like not just the music defined, but it was their aesthetic too. Because when you look at like Travis Barker, he had that Southern LA, Southern California, the Atticus, the Dickie shorts sagged down, kind of that.
Socks up to his knees.
Yeah,
Converse
the
shoes.
the South Los Angeles cholo look.
Yep.
Yeah, the Cholo look.
Yeah, that was they made that style. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like, did Tupac do that?
Honestly,
Shit, I remember when fucking Ice Cube came out. Everybody wanted to wear a flannel shirt buttoned all the way up to their neck.
yeah,
Because
that's
Ice
true.
Cube did that.
I do want to say something. I typed grandfathers of hip hop and white dudes on the. It's just kind of funny. White dudes.
What white dude is that? I can't see it.
Yeah.
I have no clue who that is, but he has a man bun and tattoos.
Then he ain't. Ugh.
I just thought that was pretty funny. I have no clue who this is. I don't know.
even know who is that fool.
I don't know. I have no clue who that is.
I don't know.
Oh wait, there's another picture of him. Post Malone.
Get out of here.
Oh, that might be Post Malone. Like, that probably is Post Malone from like 5 years ago.
Yeah, because he looks like a homeless person right now.
Yeah, he put on a little bit of weight since then, so I think he definitely was a lot skinnier back then, if I remember correct. Yeah, it's definitely Post Malone. Back when he was a little smaller, but it is what it is.
No. But I mean, to, settle your argument with your brothers, there is no real who's the greatest because everybody's gonna have their version of the greatest. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
we could talk about this all day.
Yeah,
Like,
we didn't
I
even
mean,
settle the argument. They just
It'll
told me I
never be
was
settled.
wrong, and I'm like,
They both made it into the Hip Hop Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So.
yeah, I'm like, there's no
But
true.
They'll
it's all
say you're
subjective.
wrong, but I say they're wrong.
Yeah, it's all subjective.
Again, like I said, I just happen to prefer Ice Cube's music over, Biggie or Tupac. That's just me though.
And then I don't know. I think I had Googled like the most record sales, and then like I think one of these came up, and it was like Snoop Dogg and like Lil Wayne had more record sales than like anybody else or some
Lil
shit
Wayne
like that.
cranks out albums like nobody's business.
Yeah.
He'll release like 4 albums at once. The guy's
Yeah.
always writing.
Yeah, he's always writing, but then it's just weird. The metrics, there's no true metric you could use that
Yeah,
anyone
if you
would be
went by
happy with.
number of albums,
But then
Lil Wayne's
yeah,
far and away put out far more music than
Mm-hmm.
Tupac and Biggie combined.
because a lot of these guys just put out their albums to a point where they get enough money where they're like, yeah, I don't care about this shit anymore. I'm trying to make money from something else.
Yeah.
Like Dre.
Yeah, Dre. When's the last time Dre put out like Dr. Dre?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's like more of a producer.
He's
now.
more of a producer, yeah.
Did they ever release the Chronic too? I
No.
don't remember. I remember that was like the fabled album.
I think after he did.
After he got Eminem on,
the
people
beats
were
by
like,
Dre. I don't think he had to do anything else after that either.
oh, after he sold that to Apple, and Apple pretty much gutted it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He still made $1 billion.
he did make $1 billion. He made a shitload of money from that sale. Well, he was only partial owner anyway, so. But yeah, good for him. So yeah, that was the thought. I don't know why that came up. Like, I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like, we never settled that argument.
You
Never will.
You're about to call one of them and be like, hey, listen, motherfucker, I got another thing to say about this.
Oh, I was the one that was like, you guys, I get what you're saying, but there's no, it's impossible. It is.
It is. It really is.
It's impossible to
You-
say anybody's better than anybody else. It's
like you said, you could do it with any genre of music.
Any
you can
genre.
pick any fucking genre. I don't care what it is.
any genre.
And you'll have the same argument.
People,
I mean-
people are gonna like what they like, and that's
Yeah.
it.
I mean, you could probably put probably Taylor Swift would be at the top if you went by like revenue from being an artist.
Possibly. Yeah.
Maybe even Ed
She's a
Sheeran.
billionaire now.
Ed Sheeran, yeah.
Ed Sheeran, that guy, he's freaking nuts.
Michael Jackson would still be up there.
Yeah, Michael Jackson would be up there. But think about this, like, Taylor has these productions. It's a huge production, all this stuff going on stage. Like Ed Sheeran shows up, his little foot pad, guitar, and just plays for 2 hours, and that's it.
Yep.
There's nothing else to it. There's no pyrotechnics, no nothing. Just him doing his thing, and everyone's like, "Oh, this is amazing," and he keeps all the money.
Yeah. That's the way to do it. Yeah,
That's the way to do it. So it's like, how do you can't even judge by like income or anything. No true metric you can use, but I wonder who's made the most money. It's actually a pretty interesting question.
You could probably look it up and see who's made the most money.
Yeah, but everything will give us like a different
Well, it depends, because you gotta look at Rihanna, because she's worth in the billions, and that's because of her makeup as a.
See, Jay-Z is worth 2.5 billion, while Taylor Swift is worth 1.5 billion.
Well, Jay-Z doesn't go off just his record sales. He's going off. He owns a whole.
But it's all from music industry.
Yeah.
We can't pick and choose. You got to say everything they've done in the
doesn't he
music
own
industry.
liquor too?
It's not just his record sales. He has artists signed under him, where Taylor is just her.
I'm sure Taylor probably has like artists or something. She thought it's just her. Because didn't she
No,
get...
she wouldn't want the competition.
What competition?
She signed under
That's why,
Timber.
exactly. She wouldn't want anybody on her label. She would be just by herself.
Because I remember didn't she go through that whole thing where she like re-recorded all her music because they wouldn't give her rights to her music or something?
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, it just... all right, moving on. I'm good with that conversation. Watching anything good?
No.
God. Fuck you.
Well, no. Show. I got thinking about this the other day. Shows nowadays just ain't.
They suck.
No, it's not that they suck. I'm not talking about the quality. I'm talking about the way they're released.
Oh yeah.
Like, I can't stand it that you wait 2 years for a new season. They dump all the episodes on you at once. 10 hours later, you're done. You're like, I waited 2 years for that. Whereas back in the day, you at least got an episode a week for 8 months.
That's called restraint.
See, that's why
No. Restraint my ass. No.
Yo, you should talk...
And then the seasons are even shorter. 8 episodes a season? Fuck off.
Yeah,
Not
I
even
miss-
worth my time anymore.
waiting 2 years. See, I wait now until they
If you
finish
dump
everything
50
and put it all at
episodes,
once.
yeah. If you dump 50 episodes on me after 2 years, great. But 8 episodes,
Oh, they're
10
usually
episodes?
those 8-episode shows are usually like an hour long though.
it doesn't even matter. You'll still clear that on a Saturday. That doesn't, I mean, it's stupid.
If you talk to Angie, that's probably one of her biggest complaints about watching TV with me. 'Cause-
Everybody's complaint.
Well, so check this out. She will burn through a show like nothing.
Mm-hmm.
If I get into a show, it's like a year before we finish it because I'm like, we'll watch like an episode or maybe 2 episodes. And I'm like, I've got enough of this. I'll wait a bit before I watch it some more. And then she's just like, are we ever gonna finish the show? I'm like, yeah, we'll get to it. I don't want to watch it right now though. Give it another month. So I am very good at spreading out my episodes because I'm a very big believer in drip feed me.
And they used
show.
to do that. They would give you an episode a week.
Mm-hmm.
You'd watch it and you'd be like, oh man, can't wait for next week. And now they fucking dump everything on you. Then tell you, you like that? Was that good? You really loved it? We'll see you in 2028.
Canceled. Yeah.
Canceled.
Or canceled.
Netflix is great about that. Oh, you like this show? You really love it?
It had a highest ratings, but we're gonna cancel it.
Yeah.
Cancel everything.
Like, how long have people been waiting for the last season of Stranger Things?
Bro,
It's been about 2 years.
those kids went from like
They're
kids
in their 40s now.
to like, yeah, I know. They were like 20. Now they're like freaking 45.
yeah.
No, they're in their 20s.
Yeah, they're late.
They were
It's been
kids
10
when
years.
yeah, it's been a long
But they
time.
started off at like 13.
Again,
When did Stranger Things? 2014?
I don't know, but people have been waiting for that last season.
They the first one they did 1 year, then they skipped the whole year, then they
Yeah.
did 2 years, and now their next one's 2 years after.
2016. So they're almost coming up on 10 years. So they went from kids to
They went from
pretty much
13
adults.
They're 20s.
Like deep voices. They're using makeup to keep them looking young.
And that's the thing. It doesn't hold my interest anymore. If you're going to tell me 2 years between seasons, I'll be like, well, I'll move on to something else.
Because you forget everything you watched beforehand.
Yeah,
That's why you go back and rewatch it.
You can go back and rewatch it, but I'm just not going to care anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just going to move on to something else.
I've been waiting for season 2 of Wednesday.
Yeah.
What is that was a thing. The Addams Family deal.
That was the first season was really good.
And they
But
dumped every episode on you.
They still haven't released the second one. It's been like 2 years.
Were they gonna make a
Yeah,
second
they're
season?
in the middle of making it now.
It says coming in 2025. So December, nope, sometime in 2025.
Sometime.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Since I watch a lot of animes, I'm exceedingly used to long times between seasons. So if something's not super popular, I mean, I've had a show where it's literally 10 years between seasons. And it's just like, oh, yeah, we're not going to make it. Then all of a sudden it's popular again. They're like, crank that bitch out.
I'm
still waiting for the second season of Delicious in Dungeons. Or
Well,
third
they
season.
got renewed.
Or third season. Yeah,
Third
I'm waiting
season.
for them to crank it out.
That'll probably come pretty quick, though. And then they'll probably be done. But then now we have, like, The Witcher. I can't wait to see that shit.
I don't want to watch that one.
I want to see how he does.
Not interested.
I could care less about that show.
Oh. You
The first 3 seasons were freaking awesome, but taking Henry Cavill out, it's gonna be stupid. You took like the Witcher out of it.
Yeah, you can't have, like, someone who defines the role and then switch him to someone who's not
if
really.
you switch maybe like the person who plays the bard, no one's gonna really notice or care. You take out the main character and switch him, it's a different story.
Yeah, I think I would care if they switched to Bard. I probably wouldn't care if they switched Yennefer, though. She was never really my favorite actress. She did fine, but nothing too crazy. But yeah, Henry Cavill kind of defined that role hardcore.
Yeah.
It's like recasting Black Panther. Like, it's like, anyone we put there is gonna really not live up to the role.
No.
They probably should have just canceled it, honestly.
I'm excited to see Henry Cavill in Warhammer 2000.
I thought that got canceled out.
I thought they were still making it.
Oh, so I was hearing that is on the back burner because of issues with this, issues with that.
There's issues with everything.
So Warhammer. What's it? Henry Cavill?
Same thing with the Dungeons and Dragons TV show Netflix is supposed to be doing.
What Dungeon and Dragon TV show?
Yeah, they're supposed to be doing a TV show off the movie.
Why?
I don't know. Netflix got it. They're probably gonna fuck it up.
You probably won't see it for 2-3 years.
It's supposed to come out, I think, this year or next year. The end of this year or the beginning of next year.
I feel like that won't be terrible.
2026.
What?
Right there.
For what?
It
Warhammer?
says it right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right there.
Oh, yeah. I don't.
I'm hoping they don't fuck it up.
I wish there was. I wonder, is there a trailer?
No, I don't think they released one yet.
Yeah, that's the one thing when you're looking for trailers online. There's so many fucking AI trailers now.
Fake
You
ones.
gotta,
There's
you gotta,
so many fake ones.
you kind of gotta vet out trailers. You used to just be able to click and it would just be a trailer. Oh, there's no trailer for this, or there is a trailer. Now there's like a bazillion AI trailers for fucking everything.
Is that what those are?
Oh, these are all AI trailers. Yeah, it's just some dude, fucking straight up AI, taking clips from other movies, shoving them in there.
Yeah, so many fan-based trailers that just suck.
Yeah, you could. I like Screen. What's this? Screen Culture. Always. The Nerdist. Always. Yeah, all these guys are all big AI fucking things. So you kind of gotta filter. And what was it? You said Dungeons and Dragons. That movie was actually pretty funny. I thought it was a good movie.
They did pretty good.
It
They did
wasn't.
good representation.
Yeah, the fat dragon was hilarious.
He was a real dragon.
Yeah, it's fucking, but he was so fat, so pudgy.
Yeah,
Like he let himself
that's
go.
exactly how he is in the Dungeons and Dragons lore.
Yeah. So they did a good job with that movie. They could have just made another movie, I think. And
Well, the problem is it didn't do good in theaters because it came out at the fucking horrible time.
Nothing does good in theaters anymore. I don't even know what movies are in theaters. I think
I don't know. I didn't read the article, but I saw like a screenshot of something that said that movie theaters they're struggling to get people in the seats, so they're offering full bars instead of just being able to buy a beer.
well,
They're
yeah,
offering all kinds of shit to get you in the theater. And it's like, oh, I mean, the last time I went to a movie for 2 people, it cost me over $100 when you factor in the tickets, concessions for 2 people. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
mine's not
Like-
usually okay. So I have the
and none of that shit. Nope, I don't want to see any of that shit. None of that shit looks good.
No, it's not worth spending the money. You
Yeah.
may as well just wait because it'll be on any streaming service in like 3 months.
there's a
Yeah.
Minecraft movie.
Yeah.
Don't even give a fuck.
What?
It has Jack Black and Jason Momoa, whatever the hell his last name is.
There's a one with Jason Statham. Jason Statham does not do good movies. Like, okay,
He does the
his
same
movies-
character every time.
every time. His
Yeah.
movies are great, but they are not theater movies.
Oh yeah,
No.
I will
Those are-
watch them like at home all the time because they're fucking.
They're
action-packed
entertaining.
and
They're
funny.
really good
Yeah.
action packed. Yeah.
But you take me to a theater, I'm like, I'm
not
good,
paying.
bro.
I'll wait for it to come out and I'll buy it. You know, like $3.
Death of a Unicorn.
Don't even know.
that goes off the actual Greek mythology of what a unicorn is, where they're fucking evil and mean. They're not the stupid white.
Is that the
pansy
one
unicorn.
where?
They use actual lore on real unicorns?
Oh yeah, I think I saw the preview for that, and the unicorn's like eating the girl or something stupid like that.
Yeah. Unicorns, if you look at the actual Greek mythology on them, they were never sweet horses with horns. They were freaking mean as shit, and they would kill you in an instant.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But you know,
They were a very feared creature.
so every single one of these movies is trash.
It's just remakes of movies that came out in the '80s that were good, and
they
don't
fuck 'em
need a
up.
remake.
And they fuck them all.
Yeah.
Why don't they just come out with something new? Is it really that hard to just like go find some dude on the street and be like, "Hey, you, write me a story and let's see what happens." It would probably do better than what's
Or
in the
how
theaters
about
right
take
now.
a movie that fucking sucked
You make it
and
better.
try to make it better. Like a lot of movies suffer from a poor script or poor CGI or something like that.
From the
Isn't it
80s.
like the first 2 Hulk movies fucking suck?
The second one was decent. First one was, but those
Meh.
they're
They went
not
through, like,
bad.
yeah,
they're just like for the time it's like one of those things where it's just like everyone just likes it now. So remaking it probably wouldn't do them any justice.
And they didn't like it in the beginning.
Oh no, the first Hulk was so bad because if you were a Marvel guy, you were just like, why is he 18 feet tall now?
He
and
kept getting
7 feet
bigger.
Yeah, he kept getting bigger, smaller depending on the scene, so they could fit him in it, and it made no sense.
Yeah, see something
Like-
like that, just poor decision making.
But I
and,
wouldn't-
and kind of the character design, you could redo it and make something better.
But I wouldn't go to the theaters to see something like that.
They could redo Spawn.
I thought Spawn was good as it,
It was good, yeah.
I liked it.
What's the name of the theater? Cinemark. Cinemark theaters. Let's see. Let's see what's actually playing in theaters right now. Jack Black, huh?
Yeah, he's pretty much the
Is that
same
Jason
character
Momoa?
too.
Yeah. That's why I said he's in that.
Bro, what the fuck?
They play the same characters every time. He plays the same character. They've been showing the hell out of that, like on ads. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah,
Is that a cartoon? Is that what is that?
this is CGI, and this
Yeah.
is a girl with red hair.
No, it's live action. It has what's her name in it.
Well, I have the Cinemark thing that allows you to you get a ticket credit every month. So you pay like $10 a month. I think it's like $12 a month now, and you get one credit, which is one movie ticket, and it just stacks forever.
Still not worth it.
Not
Yeah.
with what's out there.
I will. You know what I will say? Because of COVID, it actually made it worth it. Because now I got like 40 stacks of fucking tickets. So anytime I want to go see a movie, I just go, buy it free, go see the movie. You don't have to pay anything. Even like you can use them towards the concessions, the little tickets. So usually I pay nothing, and it's just been like $100 a month I pay, or a year, $150 a year, or something like that. Yeah, this all looks terrible.
Yeah.
There ain't shit in theaters. And now they're wondering why no one wants to go see anything. You know what we need? We need a good fucking like a Jason Bourne movie.
No.
I know they tried to bring it back with the what's his fucking name?
Oh.
Ryan Reynolds? Not Ryan
No.
Reynolds.
Not Ryan Reynolds.
The guy who played
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. I can't think of his name right now. Jeremy.
Jeremy Renner.
Renner.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner. They tried to bring it back. You know what? Just fucking shove that movie back at us and give us a second one. Call it good. I would go see that.
I saw the first one, loved it, thought it was great. Just haven't gotten around to the others.
Oh, all three of them are good.
Yeah, they're really good.
They're all really good. It's all suspenseful. I love the camera angles. Like it puts you in the fucking action. They don't do that in movies now. Now it's like, oh, we need these crazy shit. No, just put me in the fucking action.
They AI everything.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah. So okay, so there's no movies in theaters right now. The King of Kings.
They need to stop spending so much money on graphics and spend more money on fucking story writing.
Yeah. Well, do we even have writers anymore, or is everything?
That's the other problem. Everything's AI. I think they got rid of half the fucking writers in Hollywood.
No, they did. So I know there was some big thing about AI not taking jobs, so they had to. I think that was part of the union.
Strike.
Yeah. And now there's some stuff coming out with Game. I think it was Ubisoft, one of those game developers. I don't remember which one. But their voice actors, they tried to say, hey, can you guys sign this? And then it had a little clause in their new contract to say that they could use their voices to train AI, and they refused to sign it and said, go fuck off.
Yeah, it was basically like it was part of the whole strike thing that happened, what, a year ago, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
They were basically like, if you were a background actor,
Mm-hmm.
like you were just in the background of a shot, they would be able to use your image in perpetuity.
Yeah, so
Like,
that's
and
stupid.
you just get paid once.
Yeah.
Like that was
Hey,
it.
I've seen that guy
Yeah.
like 7
And,
movies.
yeah, you're just in all these movies. You only got paid once. Like shit like that, I understand. I'm like, yeah, you want to be a working actor,
Yeah, see, that's dumb. Like,
so I get that side of it, and I see both sides of the AI, the writing. Because if you ever looked at a script that's written by AI, it's not good. Like AI is
horrible.
It's not as advanced as people think it is.
AI just
It's-
takes a
it's-
bunch of different scripts of the type of genre you're asking for and slaps them together and makes an amalgamation of shit.
Yeah, it kind of doesn't work.
Yeah.
You still have to have like real writers to actually go through it and be like, what the fuck is this scene? This is a hardcore sex scene in the middle of a kids movie. What the fuck? Get the kids movie out of here.
Let's work on this hardcore sex scene.
Yeah. Some full penetration, crime fighting,
Whoa. We gotta keep
Penetration.
it R. We gotta keep it R.
crime penetration.
Wait, what is
crime
R now?
penetration.
We talked about this
Yeah,
before.
we went over it.
But
R?
we never really went over what like classifies as R. NC-17 is gone.
You can look. There was a great documentary about how they got rated.
Oh, that sounds like something we don't have enough time for in one
No,
episode.
it'll take forever to get through. But like an R used to be like, okay, there's gonna be some fucks, there's gonna be some titties, maybe some bush.
No, because you could get titties in PG movies back in the day.
Yeah, but that was a you get some titties,
Like John Hughes movies.
but like you get titties. But in our movies, you're getting titties.
Yeah.
like they're everywhere. And now there was a period of time between like 2005 and 2015 where an R-rated movie got you a dong. There was just Jason Segel's cock on a fucking movie theater screen. That thing was 15 feet long. Okay, that was shocking to the system.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah, forgetting Sarah Marshall. He drops his towel, and that thing is, you're like, oh shit. Like, and now you don't even get the dong shot anymore. There's no more dong. I think the last movie that had dong was Nosferatu. When
The
was
new
it?
one?
Yeah, the new one. He hangs dong in that movie.
I haven't seen it. Was that any good? Have you
I
seen
haven't
it?
seen it. I want to. And apparently Johnny Depp's daughter's in it, and she shows her titties all the time.
That doesn't sound right.
And she's like 23.
I heard it's very drawn out.
It's
Like,
very long, yeah. Well, I mean, you ever watch the original Nosferatu? Silent movies are fucking, even though they're like an hour and 10 minutes, they're long as fuck.
Yo.
Silent movies.
I've seen the
take
original.
forever.
I would say whatever happened to this guy, but I know he's in an Apple TV show now. I don't know the name of it, but Angie watches it. She said it's really good. Yeah, there's no just direct picture of his. Whatever. Maybe I'll play it and blur it. No,
No.
That's a lot of blurring.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's prosthetic.
No, that's all him. They would say when he was filming that TV show he was on, How I Met Your Mother, when it was wardrobe change, he had no problem getting ass naked in front of everybody. And they're like, yeah, it's a hammer. Dude's got a hammer.
Oh, he's got one of those where
Yeah.
it doesn't really change. It's just there forever.
And good for
Yeah.
him. Good for him. Just to have that locker room confidence.
Yeah,
I got to give it a smack first,
I've never
kinda,
really cared. Just whatever. Locker room. What were we even talking about? How did we get on Jason Segel?
We're just talking about R-rated movies.
But before that, because ratings, we were talking about something in ratings.
You were asking
Well,
what makes it R-rated.
Before the ratings.
No, we were talking
Just
about
movies
the
fucking
AI.
suck ass, and we were talking about AI and shit.
Oh, right. AI writers and all that other good stuff. Okay, yeah.
See,
So
we need directors like John Hughes back who could actually write a fucking movie.
Dig up his corpse.
Yep.
I would love to write a movie.
Or Kevin Smith needs to come back and
just
actually
wanna-
start writing movies again.
Kevin Smith of the 90s needs to come back. Kevin Smith
Yeah.
now fucking sucks.
Yeah. 90s.
He lost all that weight and lost all the funny with it.
Very, very true.
Don't be a dick.
Hey, funny fat guys. He lost all the weight and now he's not funny anymore.
No, because he actually wanted to start doing the talking in the movies now. He's better as Silent Bob.
Yep. Shut the fuck up, smoke your cigarettes, and just follow Jay around. That's it.
Yep. I agree.
That's messed up. Let a guy eat.
But he can eat. Yeah, gain all the way back. Yeah.
He had to lose weight because he had like a minor heart attack, though.
Yeah. I mean, there's a fine line. You can still be fat and still take care of yourself, too. I mean,
Very true.
there's plenty of fat people that you're surprised they're still around.
All right. Well, what do we take from this?
New movies suck.
New movies suck. I mean, people can't even afford to go to the theaters now anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
No.
And
No, you take a family of four, you're looking at like $150, $200 to go to a
Yeah.
fucking
Let's
2-hour
see.
movie.
XD is $20 a ticket, so that's $80 just for the tickets.
Yeah, then
Then popcorn,
you need two things of popcorn because if you have four people,
then 4 drinks. Yes, that's my foot.
sorry.
drinks are like $10 a drink, so that's $40 just for the drinks, and then another $40 for the two things of popcorn. Then if they want candy, you add another $40 in for the candy.
It'd be worth it. The movie was good.
That's the thing. They're not. Like, I remember everybody made a big deal about the second Beetlejuice. I watched it on HBO.
Yeah, that shit sucked.
It was fucking not good.
That was definitely a cash grab. If
Yeah.
I've ever seen one, I was like, "What is this story? It doesn't make any sense.
doesn't
Why
make-
are they not continuing this? What is with this?" Oh, I don't know if I want to ruin
was-
it for people.
I would
I haven't
fuck them if
I
they
haven't
haven't seen it yet. It's on them.
I haven't seen it yet. I don't want
Do you
them to
plan on
ruin. I love the freaking first one. It's one of my favorite movies, and I don't want to ruin it with the second one.
Yeah,
Well,
don't watch it then.
They didn't
Don't.
per se ruin it, but they ruined it.
Yeah, it doesn't ruin your childhood because you still got the first one.
Yeah, I know Michael Keaton is in it the exact same amount of time as he was in the first one.
No,
To
he's
the-
in it more.
No, he's not.
It seems like a lot more.
That was his contract. He had to be in it the exact same amount of time.
Why?
That's what he wanted.
What does that do for anything?
Nothing.
That's a dumb request.
That's what he wanted. He's in there literally the exact same amount of time to the T.
But why?
Because that's what it was in the first one. That's what he wanted in the second one. He didn't want any more or extra scenes. He wanted to be in it the same amount of time.
Did you see what the original sequel was supposed to be? Like Beetlejuice Goes to Hawaii or something like that.
Was it really?
It's supposed to come out in like the early '90s.
I have the original cartoons on Blu-ray, and I actually have some of the art from it. I have a lot of the cells from it.
Yeah. Stop making sequels 35 years after the original. It just doesn't hold up.
They could have made a sequel, but here's my take on like these old sequels. Like, if you're gonna make the sequel, do it like even though this movie didn't go anywhere, but do it like Indiana Jones, where you're setting up the future character for, like, you're handing off the torch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm all about that. It didn't go anywhere because Shia LaBeouf went fucking crazy, so they couldn't really do anything with that. But the movie wasn't terrible. What was it, Indiana Jones and
No,
something?
Crystal
Oh,
Skull.
Crystal
Skull.
Come on, you're bringing in-dimensional beings.
Yeah, it
No,
was
they
terrible.
weren't even aliens.
But they were
interdimensional
setting him up
beings.
to be the new Indy, which they could have probably taken it somewhere.
They
But
could have, yeah. 'cause
whatever
they-
happened with him happened with him. But like, set it up to carry on the legacy of the movie, and then give us something to look forward to. Don't just like bring it in and end it, because then like I don't.
And then they went to another one where now he was dealing with time travel.
For what? Indiana Jones?
The
last
fifth
one,
yeah.
I didn't see the last one
Neither did I.
because I.
It doesn't look worth it at all.
Yeah, as soon as they said they were dealing with time travel, I was like, all right, I don't want to watch it.
You know what's really good, though?
Crystal Skull was bad enough.
The Indiana Jones video game is fucking amazing.
Which one?
The newest one, the one on
Oh.
Xbox, it's freaking awesome. That shit
I
was
thought you were
good.
talking about the one that was in like the 80s on like Atari.
That was
That was like Pitfall with Indiana Jones.
that actually was pretty good.
It was pretty good, but it was
That
like
was pretty
it
good.
was like Pitfall with Indiana Jones.
It was also on 4 disc, 4 floppies. I think it was a 4 floppy.
Yeah, on the computer.
Hmm?
Yeah.
I do remember when games were on floppy disk and you had like multiple floppy disk.
Remember when the hit was on like 5 CDs for the PlayStation?
Mm-hmm.
You want to play Final Fantasy VII? It was 6 CDs you had to go through to play it.
4.
Wild Arms was 4 or 5, I think, too.
I don't remember Wild Arms being that many. I do remember 4 for Final Fantasy. Or was it 3? I think it was 3.
No, I think it was 4. I think Wild Arms was 4 or 5. Because they couldn't figure out how to fit.
3.
3?
Yeah, 3. That's what I thought. I'm like,
What
I
was
think it was
Wild
3.
Arms?
Wild Arms was 2.
There was one that
Metal
I
Gear
had.
Solid was 2. A lot of games were 2. 2 was like the gold standard because they had those cases that fit.
Like
up.
the double thick ones.
Yeah, that fit up to. They had the 2 where it kind of did that weird fold out, and you had 2 discs, and then they had the ones that you could put 3 disc in because it was 1 on the back, 2, and then 3, and then the spot for the book.
The instructions.
Yeah, when they actually gave instructions.
Instructions on how to play.
Well, it wasn't even.
Now you go through a tutorial.
Yeah, you just go through a tutorial. They just give you a game, and you don't even get disc anymore. I'm a big proponent for getting disc, but it's getting increasingly harder to get disc for games. Everything's like download this, download that.
I hate that.
And you can't share it with your friends, which is bullshit.
I think that's why they do it.
Yeah, I have bought a lot of games twice though.
I hate it whether you buy the disc just to put it in. It's just to download the game into the thing, and you can't even use the disc.
That's every game. There's no game that actually uses the disc. Every single game now downloads it from the disc to the system, then downloads. If you have internet, it will download a like how many ever gig patch, day 1 patch because nothing's ever finished, and then you can play the game.
Well, Diablo, you still have to put the disc in for it to work.
What? No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
Diablo what?
Diablo 4. You still have to put the disc in. If the disc is not in, it will not play.
Oh yeah. The disc has to be in, but that's just to verify you own it. That's
Yeah.
literally the only reason to have the disc to verify you own it. And even, I mean, I don't know. That shit's fucking crazy. The way we're going, and then with, you know what? I'm not gonna get into it too much. That's a rant for another day. I don't want to bore Kevin to death with video game ranting.
I mean, I loved my Super Nintendo setup. It was simple. It was easy. Just put the cartridge in,
Still
slide a little button.
Still one of the best systems.
SNES, yes. SNES.
That wasn't even Super Nintendo. That was NES. That was the first one.
No,
No, he's talking about the NES.
I'm talking about the Super
Are you
Nintendo.
talking about the Japanese version of the SNES where it had a top load cartridge?
I had a top load cartridge.
Well, okay, so
So you just plug it in the top.
yeah. So the SNES came here. So here's what happened: Japanese NES is top load.
Oh,
when
yeah,
they
yeah.
sent it here, it became cartridge load, and then they took that, and then when they sent to SNES, then it became top load. But
No, that was the same thing with the Super Nintendo because I actually watched a video on it. So our Super Nintendo cartridges had these little grooves in it, so the games would fit in it. But if you got like one of the games from Japan, it didn't have the groove, so it wouldn't fit in it, even though it was the same system.
yeah, because regions and all the other bullshit. So
See, if I had the money, I'd rebuild I'd turn this room into like an '80s room and actually have like a Nintendo with a box tube TV right there. That's what I would do.
this is a studio, my friend. It will stay a studio. Unless we switch to online, then we'll be sitting in our own chairs in our own house doing it.
Yeah.
Which I don't think I honestly, if we weren't meeting, then I wouldn't do the show. I'm not gonna do it online.
it's-
That's kind of pointless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not pointless, but
Then you have to take the chance of Kevin standing up and being in his underwear. Because I guarantee you he's not wearing pants at home.
There's a high probability, yes.
Yeah.
see some cheeks. You're like,
See,
what the
boy, the cheeks, my friend. I might bend over and you'll see nothing but butt crack and nutsack. That's it.
Oh God, yes.
Put that on YouTube. See, again, there's another reason we should have a Pornhub account. We'll put that episode on there. We should do 2 shows. We should do the regular YouTube show, and then we should do Relatively Friends After Dark.
a 30-minute show.
And where it's just
30-minute
fucking
show.
buck wild. Kevin's porno roundup.
I'm pretty sure Kevin could definitely do a 30-minute topic on porn.
Yeah.
Oh man, you get me going some of those parody porns. Oh, watch out, man.
Maybe that'll be something that comes in the future. Maybe that'll be. How about that just be your thing? You could just do a channel on that. You could name it, brand it Relatively Friends, and then just keep the brand going.
Relatively Friends After Dark.
Yeah. I'll be
Still recorded during the day, but you know.
Yeah. You should do it. You could do it in a dark room. Not this room.
Joe, I'm coming over, and I'm closing and locking the door.
Works for me.
Oh God.
You just hear him. See, in this clip here.
Let me rewind that.
Just make sure you keep a box of freaking tissues.
Look, it goes back into his dick.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
We gotta watch that again. Slow mo. First rope. Over the head.
You looking at anime?
No, I'm looking at. These are all games that have multiple disc.
Look up which has the most disc.
On what system?
Any system. What game had the most CDs?
There's probably some wild out of the box game from Russia that 16 discs or
Wait,
something.
let me see.
It's definitely an RPG game.
I think the most was 4 disc.
I think it was, but I don't remember what game.
EverQuest 2. That's a. See, you have to pick a system because
Pick PlayStation, because EverQuest was a computer.
yeah, that's why I'm like computer. There was computer games that had like I remember having Ultima Online. That was like 4 CDs. EverQuest was like a bazillion 3.5 floppy disk.
I think Myst was too. I think Myst was like 5 discs just for the graphics.
Yeah, Myst was pretty crazy too. Grand Theft Auto, the most of this player size, 4.5 gigs. So that would have been.
I don't remember Grand Theft Auto having that many discs.
I don't either. San Andreas. Oh, it had a dual layer CD game. Yeah, this is something we'd probably have to do a little research on because they're talking about like dual layer disc, which were like the 700 megabyte disc. List of multi-disc games. 2. A lot of games had 2 discs. 3, 2, 4. Fear Effect, Retro Helix. Oh yeah, I remember that. Final Fantasy 7 Platinum. Yes, yeah. Final Fantasy 8. All the Final Fantasies have 4 discs. After that, yeah.
Final Fantasy 8 was pretty good.
I don't know how anything could have 5 discs because how would you fit it in a case? 4 discs was literally the maximum of those cases.
There was 5 discs right there.
The fuck was 5 discs?
Go up. Keep going.
I did see that.
Yeah, right there.
Revan? Oh, Myst. The sequel to Myst. Yeah.
Yeah,
Myst
Myst 2.
Myst 2, yeah. Myst 2 did have 5 discs. Oh, there's another one. Never heard of it. Yeah, a lot of these games I've never heard of, so. Huh.
Yeah, I remember Myst 2 because Myst 2 it was like this thick. You open up and it was like double layered. You open up at the dual, you flip it open again and had the dual.
Yeah.
The box was like that.
Mm-hmm.
I had that game. That game was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I kind of want to play it now. You know what I want to play? I want to play that Indiana Jones game from like 1993 with like the multi-disc. I don't remember the name of it. Or Sam and Max. I want to play some Sam and Max Hit the Road. Or some Leisure Shoot Larry.
Oh my god.
Those were fun games. You would love Leisure Shoot Larry.
I read about it. Yeah.
That's like the perfect game for you, actually.
Wasn't it like a computer game?
It's
Like
a computer
PC?
game.
It was. Yeah, it was on a computer. I think you can get it on a system now.
No, you can't.
No, a lot of places wouldn't. Like,
That game is
it was like so adult. Yeah.
Yeah, there's dildos and penises and everything.
Yeah.
Tits. The game was like straight up. If you were a kid, it's like first time you like see nudity in the game form. But it was a point and click, so it was a point and click adventure.
Yeah. I was playing Master Blaster yesterday.
Master Blaster. What is that?
You don't remember Master Blaster? It was on NES.
No, I kind of want to get one of those little handhelds with like 20,000 games on it for like $50. But every time I go look for one, they're always super expensive.
They are.
They're like $60 if you get it from like the online Chinese store, but if you get it from like an American store, it's like $150. And I'm like, do I really want to put my information in this Chinese store?
No.
So yeah, that kind of kills that.
I still can't figure out how to get past the second level on this stupid game.
Yeah, I do not remember this. You know what I was playing yesterday though? Was it yesterday? When was Friday? Friday. I played Friday. Lost Vikings.
That's an old game too.
I know. I was playing. I got like 10, 15 levels in. Every time you beat a level, they give you a code so you can go back to the level. So I'm sitting here putting the codes in my phone. I'm like, oh my God. I could just skip ahead, just go look online and get the code. But I'm like, I'm going to beat this game again like I did when I was a kid. And then I got stuck and said, fuck this game. This shit is hard as hell. How did I beat this when I was a kid? It's so hard.
The problem I have is like, I get the not Final Fantasy, Phantasy Star 3.
Fantasy Star 3. Holy crap. That's a blast from the past.
On the PlayStation. The Sega. Still can't beat it.
Yeah, that game was hard.
But it's not that it's hard. It's just you every 5 seconds you get on the damn encounter.
Yeah, that makes it hard. Fantasy Star Online, Fantasy Star this, Death of a Playthrough game. Yeah, those were...
It's like, who the fuck ever spent the time to beat these games? Because it's so tedious. Just like you go out, you get in a battle, 30 seconds out, you go back to the town where you heal. Go back out, you get in two encounters now. You go back and heal again until you level up. It's so...
Sounds like Final Fantasy 7.
Final Fantasy 7 was like that, but not as bad.
Bro, there were some parts where you literally take 2 steps and it would just be like...
Random encounter.
Random encounter.
But once you hit a certain level on that, you get that ship and you can fly around and you don't deal with the stupid encounters anymore.
Yes? I don't remember. I haven't played the old one since I was 15. So, I think that's the first game I ever put 200 hours into. And then my brother deleted my save by accident. And then I pounded his face in.
I beat all Final Fantasies from Final
brother.
Fantasy 2 up to 8. Oh, hold on. What's the other one they just did?
7?
No. I beat 2 to 8, and then I beat the new one where you drive around in that cool looking car with a group of 4.
14?
Is that 14?
14 or 15.
I can't remember what number that one is, but I beat that one.
I beat up to 13. 13 was the last one I played through. All the other ones I've tried, but they've just been, it's just not, for me, it's just not fun.
I tried, didn't play 9, but I played 10. It had too many cutscenes for me. Way too many cutscenes. And then I got to a point where I wasn't leveled up enough, and then you couldn't go back to try to level up, and you couldn't go forward because you couldn't beat what was in front of you. It was like, oh, done with this game.
Yeah. We should do a game day. You should set up a little streaming thing, and we could stream a game. Oh wait, you have no time.
Depends. If we're doing it today.
Yeah, what are you doing today, Robbie? Cancel your plans.
I don't have any
See,
plans.
you probably got plans.
I don't have any plans. It's Sunday. I just gotta go grocery
I'm on
shopping.
call next weekend, so I'll be in the house all next weekend.
Oh, good. We could do it next weekend. All right, get yourself a camera. And you guess you play on your computer or play on your system.
Like playing the PlayStation, I think.
You have to buy a capture card.
I can stream that live right on that thing through YouTube.
How are you gonna have your own face?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know how to do that part.
Just get a capture card and stream it through OBS. Takes 10 seconds to set up. I'll show you. You could even probably just grab one of these and
Connect it to it.
you need a monitor, but it'd be easier with a laptop. But oh well, we'll figure it out. We're supposed to be streaming games on our Twitch channel, but that never happens.
That'd be up to the two of you. So I don't.
You should stream Leisure Suit Larry.
I'd have to buy it, and I usually have no interest. I'll just watch a porno.
I'll just watch your porno.
Yeah, like
Stream it live.
You can use my. I own them all, so you can.
you go on all the pornos.
Yes, I do. No, this is Leisure Suit Larry's.
No, what is it? You own all the pornos? They make like 15 of those a second. Like
That is probably an understatement. No, there's.
They probably make more than that for a second. That's the sad part.
they're everywhere.
If you listen anywhere in the world, you can hear a lady screaming.
Not in the
Do they
hair.
even actually make like actual production movies anymore, or is it just all homemade porn now?
No, they still make tons of actual porno movies.
That's a quick question. You should do research on it.
There's still the big studios.
Will they actually have like a script to it? Well, it's actually like a movie, or is it just all just?
So you're talking about like they did kind of the Pirates of the Caribbean type movie, and that was an actual.
It was like a movie, but
It was a movie. They got away from that in the 70s. So like Debbie Does Dallas was an actual movie. Behind the Green Door was an actual movie. The Devil and Miss Jones was an actual movie that had just a pornographic element to it.
Yeah, like White Angel.
But
It had a storyline. That's what I mean. Do they actually make storyline pornos anymore, or is it just like
very, very
sex scene? Oh, now these people sex scene, different sex scenes in just one video of just different little sex scenes.
It's basically just like that. They don't. I mean, the parodies.
Because I have the one where it's like a vampire one. And it's a vampire story.
I mean, they have them out there, but it's not. They're not as big as they used to be. Robbie's all lost. He's like,
Hey, this is like you in video games. You're just like chilling and listening and learning.
It's like me with sports.
Yeah. Hey, we each have a thing: sports, games, porn.
well, we need to catch you up, Robbie.
Because I got the Pirates one downstairs. I got the.
I can't. What is it called? Is it called The Pirates? I know
It's called The Pirates.
It's supposed to be a Pirates of the Caribbean type movie, and it's like did they come on like 2 or 3 discs? It's like crazy.
It's one disc. Mine's funny because it's the R rated. It's not the X rated.
Yeah, you need to get the X rated, man. You need the full penetration.
Yeah, it doesn't have the full penetration.
Yeah, but
Do they release censored movies?
Yeah.
It was at Blockbuster. It was when Blockbuster was going out of business. And they had it there, and I got it for $1.
Why did Blockbuster have it?
Because it was R rated. It wasn't X rated. It wasn't a porno.
So there was a movie that come out with a very famous actor called Malcolm McDowell. It's called Caligula. You ever heard of this movie?
Yeah.
So this movie was supposed to be all about the life and times of Caligula. It was an ancient Roman movie. And then they ran into a bunch of financing issues. And then Bob Guccione started investing money in it. Bob Guccione owns Hustler.
Yep.
And so he shot a whole bunch of fucking porno scenes. There'd be like 2 legit serious Hollywood actors talking in the foreground, and in the background is just fucking. Just a ton of fucking. There's cum shots everywhere. There was just an orgy. Just all kinds of shit going on. And this was a major Hollywood movie.
Was that Cleopatra?
No, it's Caligula.
Because there was one called Cleopatra that had that whole thing. They had a bunch of porno people in the background, and they did a
Caligula.
whole orgy scene.
Yeah. Caligula,
What year is this?
It
1979?
was 79, 78, something like that. Yeah.
So that's what comes up, 1979.
And it's supposed to be, about, ancient Rome and stuff like that. But then
This is one that this is the same one. They hired a bunch of porno actresses to be in the background.
Yeah, but they tried to cut the sex out and make it a legit movie. They used to do that. They would cut the sex scenes out and release it as an actual movie. But without the sex, you're like,
So it was like a 15-minute long movie?
yeah.
What you're telling
That
me?
movie's like 2.5 hours
Yeah, it's a
long.
long-ass movie.
It's a long movie.
How do you even cut the sex scenes out?
I know. That's all I've watched. The rest of it was kind of, it was a
Long,
period
drawn
piece.
out.
It's long, it's drawn out. It's a period piece, so it's very slow moving.
Okay, well, you learn something new every day.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's like a trailer
it's
somewhere.
right there, official trailer. Now remember, you still can't have nudity on YouTube.
Huh. This looks like a newer trailer.
The ultimate cut, so I think that's when they cut out all the nudity.
Yeah.
Well, you while you're watching and tell me how it goes. Maybe you should
I've already seen it.
do a movie review on it.
Caligula?
It's a very long, drawn out movie.
It's very long. And there's a whole list of movies that have unsimulated sex in it.
Unsimulated sex.
Where they're actually fucking. Like the movie 9 Songs. The soundtrack is awful, but the movie is great. It's fantastic.
All those two do is fuck the whole time.
They just fucking go to concerts. That's all they do. It's a great movie.
They go to 9 songs and fuck? Is that...
It's 9 different songs in the movie.
Yep.
But she gets way naked. He gets way naked.
She definitely gives him head.
Oh yeah, he busts everywhere. Just it goes everywhere. There's that.
Well...
There's Irreversible. That movie's pretty hardcore.
Nymphomaniac.
Nymphomaniac's pretty hardcore. That Charlotte Gainsbourg chick is fucking... She's a freak.
I'm very impressed how you guys are just so
There's 2 parts in
versed
Nymphomaniac.
in all of this
It's like a 5-hour long movie cut into 2 parts.
Yeah, it is. Shia LaBeouf in that too.
Shia LaBeouf's in that. I don't
In
think
what?
you see it as Wang.
Shia LaBeouf.
Antichrist is another one. It's got Willem Dafoe in it, but he doesn't show his dong. They basically, like, the beginning of the movie, it's beautiful black and white shot, very slow, cinematic. You see like water falling, then you just see a dick just railing it, slow motion too. Just it's great. You should check it out.
Robbie's facial expression is
check it
great
out.
right now.
It's called Antichrist. It's actually it's a very weird movie. It's about this couple. They lose their child. Mm-hmm. He falls out of a window and dies. Oh. And so like they're grieving, and so they go to this cabin, and it's like the forest is haunted and all this shit, and there's some fucking, some hardcore, full penetration.
There's a full list of movies out there that literally have actual sex scenes in it.
You need a full review channel for this. Relatively Friends, porno reviews. Do it.
All right, whatever. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's Kevin's thing. So stay tuned for that.
I gotta go shopping to buy all these movies. This was back in the day when I had a Netflix DVD account. Like when I'd still get DVDs in the mail. They had all of those movies.
Remember that Netflix had all the DVDs? You could literally get anything. If they didn't have it, they would get it for you.
Yeah. Any movie you wanted. You could just type it in and be like, well, we don't have it now. I'd be like, wait list. And it would show up like 2 months later because they would get it.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that sucked was TV shows. You know, you're trying to watch a show, 6 discs for a season. You watch one disc, you mail it back.
Get the next
2
one.
days.
Oh, you would have to have the 2 disc for that.
Yeah.
You can have 2 disc out at a time.
Well, it was back in the early day, like, back in 2005, they would only allow 1 at a time. And then they upped it throughout the years.
I thought you could start off with 2 disc.
No, you were only allowed to have 1 for like the longest time. And then they upped it to 2.
Then I think there was a point where you could have 3 out at a time.
Well, I don't.
And that was when they started, they were really pushing to go streaming then. Because I remember my plan was like $17 for multiple discs, multiple Blu-ray discs, and streaming on one device.
Yeah, I remember when they started doing that too.
Yeah. Because remember, it was DVDs were one thing, Blu-ray was a separate charge. Yeah, it was another $1.99 a month for Blu-rays.
And then they started saying, "Hey, you want to keep the Blu-ray? $5."
Yep, I remember that too.
And they're trying to get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
Physical media needs to come back.
But I do own that movie, 9 Songs. I have it on DVD. If any of you are interested in watching it,
I've seen it.
it's a good movie.
It's a movie.
Are you interested in watching it?
Would you be mad if I said no?
No, I wouldn't be mad.
Okay, then no.
Okay. I mean, kids out of the house, just you and the old lady. You pop it in.
I'll consider.
You'll get
I have the
22 minutes into the movie. You'll be moving upstairs and you come back down, finish the movie. Round 2 will happen later.
Oh, who needs to finish?
It'll take you a whole weekend to go through the movie because
Oh my god.
it's only like an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's not a long movie.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Well,
And like
Maybe
45 minutes of that movie is sex.
She gives him a foot job in the tub. That's great.
what's happening? All right. Well, we're at our time, so
I got more to talk about on this. Hold on, wait a minute.
I see
You
that.
jumped me
We
off
got
at the
another
knees
30
here.
minutes we can go with this topic.
We're already at our hour and 30, so
Are we really?
well, at 123, which means we're at 120, which means we're
Oh yeah, we gotta stop.
yeah, I don't really edit out times. So our shows are exactly how
So
long we
follow us
record.
on every social media. You can also follow us on any podcasts besides Apple. Robbie thinks Apple sucks.
It
Screw
does
you,
suck.
Apple.
Apple blows.
We'd probably have a ton of listeners if we were on Apple.
No,
Not
we
really.
wouldn't.
We don't have a ton of listeners and we're on Spotify. I would say Spotify is just as big as Apple.
But I have
if
not
bigger.
updated. Actually, we do get we actually have a few listens on Spotify, surprisingly. Like more than I thought we would.
Really? 3?
No, it's like 10, 15, 20, some of them. I don't know who the fuck's listening to them.
That's quadruple the number I would have
He's
thought.
just replaying it. He's like, replay.
I'm one of them because you subscribe to it. So it tells me when there's a new episode out.
Oh yeah. Wait. Oh, so make sure you actually hit the subscribe button.
And the like button. Hit that too. It helps.
Does it?
Comments help more than anything.
Yeah, comments too.
Do they?
Comments help more than anything because it shows engagement
Yeah.
Oh.
with the show.
I think we've had one comment.
Oh, well, then we need to ask more questions of our lovely audience throughout our show, so they have
Should
something
Robbie
to.
watch 9 songs?
Yeah, comment below.
He should.
If we get at least 10 comments, he'll watch
You
it.
know what? I'm gonna talk to your old lady. I'm gonna convince her to convince you to watch it.
If we get 9 comments or 30 views in the first 2 months, then
You're gonna say hello to Kevin, then you're gonna say hello to British Kevin. You think I don't got nothing but time on a Monday? Make 9 fake ass accounts.
You didn't think of that, did you, Robbie?
oh, what have I done?
You set yourself up for failure.
I did. All right. Thanks for joining us on our show. Like you said, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. We're out. Take it easy.